Genshin Impact, the shining beacon of gaming, the anime-themed casino, cleverly disguised as an open-world RPG that I can't seem to be permanently escape. I swear off this game at least 6 times a year, yet find myself crawling back like a helpless gambler, convinced the next pull is my ticket to eternal happiness. So buckle up as we dive deeper into my toxic yet oddly comforting relationship with Genshin Impact and why my glorious returns are inevitably followed by regret-fueled exits. You see, each time I reinstall Genshin Impact, I convince myself things will be different. It's like going back to an ex who promises they have changed. Sure, things might seem better at first, but give it a few days and you realize they're still the same money-draining, time-sucking void they have always been. Genshin Impact is exactly a digital ex promising new characters, fresh regions, compelling stories, and fancy rewards, only to remind me 5 days later that I'm merely chasing pixels and orange-induced serotonin hits. Let's break down the cycle, shall we? The moments of weakness begins innocently enough. I see an ad showcasing a shiny new character wielding a weapon flashier than my entire gaming setup. My brain, easily tricked by bright colors and anime aesthetics, immediately whispers, maybe it's worth another shot. In less time than it takes to scream Primogems, the game is already downloading, gigabytes of regret slowly creeping back onto my hard drive. Day 1 is always euphoric. The login rewards flow generously, Primogems sprinkle into my inventory like crumbs from a benevolent yet sinister bakery. The music swells and familiar faces greet me warmly, beckoning me into a world that looks suspiciously like an anime travel agency commercial. My heart foolishly believes, wow, maybe they have really fixed everything. Then comes day 2. Here begins the ruthless grind, where the excitement quickly transforms into a monotonous loop of daily commissions and resins refills. Resins, by the way, is Genshin's clever way of limiting your fun, unless you're willing to toss your wallet directly into Mihoyo's corporate furnace. Suddenly I'm back running rants for NPCs who somehow, despite the literal end of the world scenario unfolding around them, desperately needs 10 berries and a chicken sandwich. By day 3, the initial high begins to wane. Sure, the graphics remain beautiful, the soundtrack enchanting, and the landscape breathtakingly vast. But at its core, Genshin Impact's gameplay loop becomes glaringly repetitive. Kill these enemies, find this hidden chest, complete this puzzle, and oh look, another character you cannot afford. It's as if the game knows precisely when to slap me with the reality check that I'm either eternally grinding or eternally paying. There's no in between. Day 4 typically involves desperation. I have gathered enough Primogems for a pool, and this, my friend, is where Genshin reveals its true colors. You know the drill. You spend hours accumulating gems, hand trembling as you press that wish button, anticipation building, only to see yet another mediocre weapon pop onto your skin. Congrats, the game sneers sarcastically. Here's another slingshot. You needed your 50th copy, right? It's at this point the frustration mounts. Anger, bargaining, despair. All the classic stages of grief rush through my veins as I calculate exactly how many hundreds of dollars it would realistically cost to pull that shiny new 5-star character. Genshin Impact smiles, whispering gently in my ear, and says, come on. It's just money. You don't really need food, rent, or dignity, right? Day 5 is where clarity brutally kicks in. The same clarity an alcoholic feels staring into an empty bottle at sunrise. Genshin Impact has once again shown me exactly why I left. It's a beautiful addictive trap promising boundless exploration and excitement, yet delivering little beyond frustration and financial ruin. The narrative I fell in love with initially is stretched thinner than my patience, the grind deeper than my backlog of unfinished quests, and of course, the guilt of having wasted countless hours sinks in harder than a DPS check on floor 12 of Spiral Abyss. In these moments of clarity, I think about those days when exploration genuinely felt rewarding, but now the game feels designed not for the joy, but to strategically induce addiction through carefully engineered frustration and controlled bursts of satisfaction. It's clever, diabolical even. Yet I continue to fall for it every single time. As I uninstall the game yet again, sighing deeply as I reclaim precious disk space, I vow once more never again. Deep down, however, I know it's a lie. Like clockwork, a new update will drop, another shiny character will appear, and the cycle will inevitably repeat. Mihoyo knows this. They count on players like me, those who leave dramatically yet always return sheepishly, credit card trembling in hand. So here's to you, Genshin Impact, you beautiful, manipulative, addictive masterpiece. I hate you passionately, yet apparently not enough to stop coming back every few months. I will see you again when your next tempting trailer hits my recommend feed. Until then, please consider this my rose-filled farewell. I genuinely look forward to regretting our next inevitable reunion.